Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Unattached podcast.
No, you're not.
I am Tyler Bowman, joined by my co-hosts. Oh, god damn it, Shreyas. I was leading you in.
Ha! All right.
Never mind. Cut that. Spence, go ahead.
All right. Welcome to episode number 5 of the Unattached podcast. My name is Spencer Mahon.
I'm Shreyas Sriram.
And I'm Tyler Bowman.
And today we have special guest from the 19th century, Bruce.
What's going on, guys? I'm Bruce McCaffrey. That's a white name.
Yeah. So just to provide some context right off the get-go to, the one listener who, listens to us that isn't part of the Ben Barrows Discord. Given Bruce's extremely white name, the fact that he doesn't have an actual Discord profile picture, and when we were all trying to be politically correct and use punctuation in the Discord when we all first got into it, a lot of people were under the impression that Bruce was old. So now it's become a meme. That said, he has confirmed that he is from the 18th century, and I think actually at this point we've dated him back and found an image of him in Rome during the gladiator battles. So I think he's running away from a lion. I can't be sure, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a lion. Yeah, it was sophomore year, high school. Tough time.
Nice. How much did you have to pay to get into the race?
It was like 3 stone or something like that. I can't remember.
Damn, I thought it would have been a goat.
Nah.
It should have been a goat.
It was
cheap.
You had to pay them with your firstborn child.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
also true.
So, are we starting with the interview, or
I think we're starting with training, and then once Bruce goes off, we'll pester him.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, Ty,
All
why
right.
don't you kick it off?
Yeah, Ty, lead us off.
Okay, well, last week I did 13 miles total. None of them were particularly interesting runs. They were all on the treadmill after lifting. I'm being tag teamed by Achilles and Shin Hurdy. So I guess it's bulking season, but it doesn't help when I'm 20 pounds above what my race weight should be. Shreyas?
All right. So we're starting from last Friday, which is when we recorded. I had one long run on Sunday, which was about 14, and I actually did that kind of moderate-ish. It was like 1 mile easy, 12 at about 6:40, and then 1 down. Felt way, way harder than 6:40 used to, which fucking sucked. But we'll take it. And then after that, today I was going to do a mountain-like run. And then I fucking bailed because I forgot how hilly it is. I made it up maybe, I think, 800 meters or so. And within that 800 meters, I covered a little over 250 feet already. And I was like, I'm fucking out of here. Bailed. Decided to go to the gym instead. And yesterday I doubled. Otherwise, it was a pretty standard week.
That's actually not bad. Mountain running, I fucking wish. I wish I could do that.
My climbing legs are not back at all. There's a couple of trails around here that some people got some crazy ass records for. We actually used to do that mountain back in high school as part of a challenge week where we just do it midweek, like the day after we did 400s, and that fucking sucked. It's like 5K up over almost 3,000 feet, just ass. And but yeah, I'm hoping to get those back, but it can wait. It's fine. Go ahead, Spence.
All right. I'm going to start with last Friday. Shreyas, you actually commented on this one. So this was just a basic progression run. This back in college for me. This was our pre-race bread and butter type of workout. The reason we do it is just it gets harder to run over time naturally. So naturally it's harder to increase pace. So that's why we do it. We'll increase to tempo or marathon and run on tired legs, which that's usually how you want to do runs like that and workouts like that. Got down to marathon pace, and I spent 3 miles at marathon pace, and I felt so great. Finished with a lap on the track and then 4x200 with a fairly brisk 10-minute cool down. Nice and easy Saturday morning, long run Sunday of 15 miles, and that was 6:40 pace average. I basically spent half of that on a road because I didn't want to run on the path. The path was actually it's like that limestone chat type of surface, and when it gets wet, it turns into like this mud that's actually super hazardous. So after about 2.5 miles, I ditched it and jumped on the road for a while. Lost a glove in the middle of this run, so I actually ran back to get said glove and ended up still completing this long run. Going into this week, Monday was just 8 miles easy, picked out a 5-mile loop, then did 3 miles on the turf at my old college. Tuesday, a workout. It was a 5-mile threshold, which I averaged a nice round 5:15 on, and of course 4x200 after that. And today I did a 13-mile moderate effort medium long run, and if you look at this one on Strava, the title of the run is for goat emojis because this deadass to me looks like a goat. I don't know why, but it just does. It was actually super hilly too. It's a fairly challenging route. I ended up dropping 2 consecutive 540s at the end of this one. I honestly don't know why.
That was savage, dude. I just want to run like a single 540 during my mile repeat this week.
I felt good, like, and there are some parts of this route where I have to go and crest some pretty steep hills. Going down the roads where I was splitting 607, 609, and 559, that was like nothing but hills. Going up that last little bit in the 8th mile was actually like terribly difficult. Every time I went up a hill, my legs burned a little bit more than the last time I went up a hill. And there was this 10th mile where I climbed 105 feet and my legs were sure as shit burning. So that was today. I've actually recently acquired the Saucony Kinvara 10s, and I've been running in those, and I've just been really enjoying the hell out of those shoes. So that's the shoe that I've done the majority of my mileage in outside of yesterday's workout.
What color did you get those in?
They're actually a limited edition. They're the Thanksgiving limited edition. So
I saw those.
Oh, nice.
It's white with like this yellowish gold that fades into orange. So like the sole's like this sunset like fade with a white top, and the Saucony logo is brown. It's like fucking beautiful.
Don't those have leaves on the back of them?
They're either leaves or like wild, like a caricature of a wild turkey or something.
Yeah, on like the heel cup, there's some sort of design on there.
Yeah,
Those are
and
sweet. I'm still angry that I missed the Dunkin' Donuts rebranding Kinvara 10 or Kinvara 9s last year.
No, they did 10s.
Because were they 10s last year?
They did two.
Yeah, they did 10 this year.
Because when Dunkin' Donuts rebranded to Dunkin', I guess they did a crossover. Those were cool. I was very angry that they were completely sold out in any size even close to mine.
Dude, the cool thing is like they don't even have like the the typical like hey Kinvara 10 tag on like the tongue of the shoe. They have a patch that's a caricature of a wild turkey.
That's so cool. I love when shoe brands do cool stuff like that.
So, and they also come with 2 different lace colors. The original lace is white with like brown like specks. The other is more similar to the midsole of the shoe, where it almost like camos in that like gold color with the like bright orange. And what
Are you wearing those for the turkey trot? You gotta.
I'm debating turning it into a workout if I do one, because I still feel like it's a bit early in my base to be doing that post marathon, because that workout that I did yesterday, that was probably the best I felt in a month.
Just tempo it and get third place.
I mean, yeah, I could do that. If I tempo it, like, I'm still running, like, 15:50. I ran
Nice.
16 flat at the turkey trot last year and ended up taking home a pie, so...
There you go.
But like,
shit, what kind of pie?
pumpkin. What else?
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, some do
that does
offer
make
apple
sense.
pies. Some offer apple pies, and I appreciate that.
Do they? Yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
everybody's down for pumpkin. I know I always am.
That's
but
a good point.
some of my cousins, stuff like that. They
enough.
don't.
But I'm
Yeah,
also...
I have the Pegasus 33 Mammoth Lakes edition that like nobody's ever heard of.
I'm looking
and-
this shit up right now.
Every time people see them, they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, these are tight." Pegasus 33 Mammoth Lakes.
What color
What
is
the
that?
Fuck?
It's like brownish.
Oh, that's kind of sick. Oh, I
You don't-
like this.
They
think
look really
Bruce
good
Brown-
with like quarter length white socks.
It seemed like Bruce did not like them.
No, these are fucking sick.
Yeah.
People either
They're
really
cool.
like them or they don't say anything at all.
It's like a sequoia green and orange with like a sky blue tint to it.
I found them on East
Yeah.
Bay like 4 years ago or whenever
I-
they came out. And
If like the brown was either closer to brown or closer to green and not in between, I think I'd like them.
that makes sense.
No, I still
I can see
still
that.
fucking like these. Fuck your opinions.
Yeah, they're really cool. To me, that's why I got them, obviously. But Bruce, did you want to tell us about your last week of running?
Go ahead, my guy.
Sure, here we go. Well, since the 15th, I actually attempted to do a marathon this past weekend, so I guess I'll just
Oh shit.
talk about that.
This is
okay.
news to me.
Yeah. So I'll just talk about that because the days leading up were just like 5 miles easy.
Was this inspired by Ben at all?
No, I actually signed up for this like months ago. It was a couple of my old college roommates were like, "Hey, we're gonna go to Vegas and run a marathon," and they're like, "You should totally come with us." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So
Oh shit. Like so this was a full race, not just like you just doing it.
No, yeah, this was the Rock and Roll Las Vegas Marathon.
Oh, this is such a good race too. It's so fast. The half,
Go
The
for it.
half is fast. The half is fast. Once you get like to the rest of the marathon course, like the back part, it really sucks. But anyways, the whole goal for all my old roommates were like, hey, we want to qualify for Boston, so we want to run under 3 hours. I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. So pretty much training for it like went really well. Like I was in shape for it, they really weren't. So I kind of ran most of the race on my own.
Were they runners? Or
Yeah. We all ran in college together. The race it's at night, so it starts like 4:30 in the evening. So the whole course is lit up by literally the lights on the strip. So it's a really cool course. And I started off and I'm like running actually really well. I'm running I'm clicking off like 640 highs and it's feeling really good, and then a couple 630s roll in. I'm like, oh man, this is nice. Like this is actually gonna feel pretty good. And then right before I got to mile 8, it was like a darker part of the strip, and I wasn't really looking at the ground, and even if you did, you can't really see anything. But I guess there's like a pothole, or it was uneven, or it's like a divot or something. And I literally rolled my ankle like so bad that I literally rolled all the way to the other side of the road, and I like sat up onto the curb, and I was literally just like screaming because it hurt that bad. I was also screaming because it was only like 8 miles into the race, and I was like super pissed because I thought I had to kind of like stop. And what made me even more pissed was there's like an A tent. It wasn't a water station. There was some like weird like off-brand company, and this lady's like running up to me and she's like, here, it's potatoes with potassium in it, take it. I'm like,
all right.
I'm like, "Ugh, I rolled my ankle, I don't think it's gonna work."
That's the
And then
most
she
biggest thing I've fucking heard.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there, and then another guy comes up to me. He's like, here, it's potatoes with potassium in it. I'm like, I rolled my fucking ankle. potassium's not going to help it.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I ended up just trying to like granny shuffle it the rest of the way, and then like on the back part of the marathon loop, it's like this weird overpass, and you have to like go up and down it like 3 times, and then there's like these like 180 turns that I kept having to make, and then I got to 21.
Oh,
and
dude, this course, the back end sucks dick. What the fuck?
It's awful. It's awful. And there's one part where it was literally in the sketchiest part of Vegas, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, no cops around here? Like, there's nothing going on. Like, literally, you couldn't even tell there was a race going on there.
Is it like Rancho Oakley or whatever? Because that whole area kind of looks odd.
Yeah, like it's. Just
I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
Imagine paying over $100 to enter a marathon
and race in the
and
ghetto.
expecting there to be security. Good one, Bruce. Good one.
This trip literally was like $1,500, and I walk away with a fucking sprained ankle. I was super pissed. But anyway, long story short, I got to mile 21, and there's a medical station there. I'm like, can you wrap this, because it's just starting to hurt really bad. So they wrapped it, and then I tried to jog on it again, and then literally there's no way. So I had to call it at 21, which was a little disappointing. But honestly,
can we get an F in chat for that?
Yeah. So
also that.
Insert bra sound effect.
Yeah, so I mean, Vegas was cool. It's just the race kind of fucking blew.
How was the expo though? Like the day before?
Expo was pretty dope. There's a lot of people. There's like a lot of brands there, like Sep, and it was a lot of like nutritional and clinical stuff. So like people teaching you how to roll out, and they had like those percussion massager guns.
Those are the fucking goat.
Those are awesome. Those are super dope.
They're expensive as shit, but they're the goat.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
My mind.
Was Squirrel's Nut Butter there? This episode's sponsored by Squirrel's Nut Butter. No, I'm just kidding.
Squirrel's Nut Butter was not there.
Damn.
Was.
Unfortunate.
I know. I was really hoping.
Actually, wait, how fast did you run? I can't believe we didn't even ask that.
Well,
or what were you on pace for?
Until like 20.
Until 20, I was around. Once I like rolled my ankle, it kind of jumped from like 7-minute pace to like 6:40. Then there's maybe like a few like 6:10s there. So I think with like the early part of the race being like 6:40, 6:30ish, I probably would have still ran close to 3 hours if I finished. But literally like the last like right after mile 20 and the last like I guess downhill or just like going down the overpass, like really kind of like did it in my ankle, and then I had to make like a really weird turn like right after that too. So I'm just like,
you should have just skipped those parts. Shh.
Dude, I was so contemplating just running the half at that point, but I'm like, Mom didn't raise a bitch, so I'm like, well, we're gonna finish this, and then I couldn't finish it.
Nice. How about your teammates? How'd they do?
They did all right. I think they did. I mean, like they weren't in shape at all. Like they wanted to run 3 hours. They weren't in shape at all. So they ended up like running like 4 hours and like 15 minutes or something like that. But they finished it.
Oof! What pace is 4 hours and 15 minutes?
That's above 8.
I was gonna say that's like
it's above 8.
I think.
Damn, dude.
Honestly, respect.
I mean, I'm out of shape, but
still fucking respect.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I saw in my first marathon, we all ran a little under 3 hours, and then we got food, and came back because we weren't gonna because we got like the parents to drive because it's supposedly unadvisable for someone who ran a marathon to drive, which I get. And so we come back for the cars, and as we drive away in the other dude's car, so it's easily been like an hour, maybe 90 minutes since we all finished. There's another dude still continuing to run, and by this point, it's like 70 degrees in a full set of sweats. And honestly, I'm like, dude, I can't even pretend. Well, I can't even pretend to clown that man. That's some goddamn respect right there. You're in sweats, running like 4.5+ fucking hours for a marathon, and this was a course where the last like 3 miles is literally uphill.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just poking around it at the Rock and Roll Series website. San Francisco now has a a Rock and Roll Series event, you run over the Golden Gate Bridge.
That's dope.
That's cool.
super cool.
You run over it twice, I think. That's
Yeah,
literally that's like half the race.
Yeah,
That's
there
like
you go.
That's
fucking
pretty cool.
gross. Other than the Golden Gate Bridge, it's flat as can be. They literally found the flattest parts of San Francisco.
Damn. Well,
Which is
San
hard to
Francisco
do.
is actually, yeah. I went down there this summer and it was pretty fucking hilly.
Yeah, but they found like the flattest parts of town. I don't know how they managed to pull that bullshit off.
It's honestly impressive.
So Bruce,
I-
you ran in college?
I did. I ran.
I was just about to get there.
Yeah. Yep, I did. Division 3.
Where
Hell
at?
yeah.
I ran at Aurora University. And yeah,
Which
in Illinois.
region is that?
Midwest.
Noise. How'd your team do at D3?
Not so good.
Sorry to hear it.
It's okay. I mean, I don't care. Yeah, it's like a rebuilding year for them, I guess. But whatever. Midwest, literally for like Division 3, is
Kind of sucks.
It's dude, like
Outside of North Central, everyone's kind of ass.
well, like there's this one year at the Midwest at the regional where now I think the course was short, but like Darren Lau from Wisconsin,
Yep.
Yeah.
whatever,
Eau
ran
Claire.
like Eau Claire, yeah, ran like 23 flat or something, or like 23 or 23.
Yo, Bruce, your mic is
Something
wildin'.
like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That like, and then literally like, there's probably about like 60 or 50
It
people
honestly
that
sounded
ran-
like you were
like,
like in the
badly.
Matrix in the middle of getting derad.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, we are
Okay.
keeping that.
Okay,
in.
wait, hold on, wait. Let me.
I don't even have to go into Audacity to like distort that. That was just great by itself.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
wait. Is it better? Is it better now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
better
fine.
now.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
you were just like
perfect.
I think you were just like closer, like your phone couldn't deal with that much talking.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
was it 17?
7?
Yeah,
June-
2017. Are you talking about
Yeah,
2017?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
23,
Yep.
21. Holy fuck.
Yeah, my guy was.
Yeah.
I could have sworn he had another season of eligibility last year, but maybe those were just
I thought he
rumors.
did. Yeah, I think it was only like track or something like that.
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
well.
How many people? Yeah, like how many people went under 25 in that meet? Like
I'm
Oh, in the
checking.
2017 race? Not
Yeah.
many. Yeah.
So let's see. Lau,
Oh, boy.
Patel, Borowski, Lee from Platteville, O'Gara.
Hold up. Can we just talk about Borowski for a second? And I
Give
don't
me
know
a
if you
second.
guys. Yeah. Okay.
The top 59 people went under 25.
Damn. That's honestly impressive.
But most of that is Platteville, WashU, La Crosse, North Central, Whitewater, Principia,
Man, we don't care about
Stout.
the teams.
Yeah.
We're not gonna. The only thing that I want to clown in D3 is the fact that Borowski from North Central got caught, like I think, taking drugs across a state line and served time for it. And
Oh
because of that, he
yeah.
wasn't
I didn't
serving.
hear. I deadass heard about this.
Yeah, I'm like, dude,
I
how are you
remember
gonna?
that.
Fucking idiot.
He got caught with so much. Like I think it was like if like he split it with someone else and they caught them in two separate cars, both of them would have gotten charged with intent to distribute. Like that's a ridiculous amount of fucking drugs.
Tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
exactly what you wanna
the only
do.
year he ran was 2017. I can't fucking believe.
Yeah, and
He
that was the
managed
year that was the year after he transferred from fucking Colorado too.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
that's
fucking
right.
believe he managed to be that much of a fucking dumbass.
You transfer from a D1 school to run D3, which to some degree, you know what, like I'm not gonna clown that because, you know, academics do play a role. Sometimes you just can't deal with all that shit. But yeah, so I think it's just
What a
like,
fucking moron.
yeah, that's ridiculous. Good grief. I don't know. Moving
Oh,
on,
well.
Bruce. How did you enjoy like your time at college? What'd you run?
So I did the 5K and 10K on the track, and I only did it.
Like everybody else here.
Yeah,
No,
right?
I was 5K steeple. Fuck out of here.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah,
10K
I actually-
sucks.
10K is a joke. 10K is a joke. But yeah,
Why?
college was cool. I liked it. It was fun. I met a lot of really great people there.
What'd you run in the 5K and 10K?
So officially for the 5K, I think I only ran like 17, I don't know, 17:20 or something like that, and I only ran one 10K and it was like 37 something.
Did you run the 10K in spikes?
Of course. Duh.
That was a terrible idea.
Fucking respect, dude.
Honestly.
Like
I
that
would-
sounds like it.
I don't have the balls to do that. I don't have the fucking nuts to do that.
Yeah, that ought to
I mean-
take some.
There were Matumbos, so like there's only like 4
Okay,
pins
fair.
in each shoe, so
Yeah.
like it's essentially a flat.
Those are pretty cushioned. I'll give you that, but still respect. Well, dude, I saw like what it was a couple weeks ago. I think that like we were talking about Sunday long runs, and you said you busted out like I don't know how many ever miles at like 6:30 pace or some shit. So like, have you like stepped
yeah,
up
yeah.
training since college? Because I feel like
Yeah.
that does not align with your times at all.
Yeah, that's
It
what I was
does, it
thinking.
does not.
Because you were
It
saying,
doesn't.
oh, I was running this marathon at 6:50 pace for 8 miles, and I was like, and your 5K PR is what now?
Yeah.
So I would
Yeah.
imagine you're running a turkey trot soon if your ankle's fine and just gonna obliterate that, or no?
Probably not. I mean, I don't know. My ankle's still kind of swollen. But anyways, yeah, I pretty much underperformed in college, I guess you could say. I was
Didn't
like,
we all?
yeah, right. Like I was like probably like workout champion.
Hell yeah. I literally
yeah,
have an award that I got during one of our banquets that is warm up king.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I always felt I always kind of underperformed in college, and like for like a while, like running just like was something that just like really just like irritated me. And once I kind of like let go of all that kind of shit, like I started to train a lot better. So now I'm in my post collegiate kind of career, I guess. Just gonna see how fast we can go.
Very nice. Gotta
Yeah.
respect the grind, honestly. The fact that you're like training like better and also pulling out long runs that I am not gonna dream of doing for at least like 3 months. Respect.
Yeah,
And me for
appreciate that.
3 years. Maybe even not
about
then.
3 days.
Just
Spencer, negative 10 years.
I mean, considering the run that I pulled out of my ass today,
Here we go.
it was 6:12 pace. I was
Oh yeah,
just
that was honestly ridiculous to just see.
Yeah, let me do that for like 1 mile, real quick.
To be fair, I think he started at like 6:40 and worked his way down to 5:40. So you know,
Who does that?
Spencer.
yeah,
All right, Bernard Lagat, relax.
Oh, I've actually just realized this is like completely out of the blue, but I've just now realized that your Discord name, when it says Spence Runs, if the R was lowercase, it would be Spencer. I'm dumb as hell.
oh yeah, big facts.
That's very clever. All right,
Spin-
moving. Go back
I
to
don't-
whatever the fuck we were
Did
saying.
he do that on Did you do that on purpose?
Yes and no.
That's a definitive no right there. What the
Okay,
fuck do you
I,
mean?
didn't- I don't
Yeah.
think you can do both. So,
Well,
so
I
speaking
only
of
noticed
college,
that
are we gonna? You guys want to talk about some NCAA results?
Segway king right here. Let's go.
Yeah, let's just briefly go over the regions, at least that.
No, let's
we're
not do
in.
regions, dude. Let's just.
Please, God no.
We spent I'm willing to make a part 2 of this if we fucking go to regions, dude.
I mean, we were at like 20 minutes of cross country regionals last week, and I was like, how many regions are there?
Yeah.
There's too
I think
many.
we just gotta go individuals. We got Edwin Kurgat from Iowa,
so
who
fast,
I personally think is
He's
still
gonna
gonna
win.
take it.
100%.
And then team wise, well, okay, I think Connor Mans from BYU has a decent chance.
BYU has they have a lot of good guys. So
That would
Dude,
be the
they're
first
deep.
time That would be the first time an American-born man has won since Galen Rupp. So I don't know about that with Edwin Kurgat up there.
But also Connor Mance is like 24 or something, because they've got like that Mormon back end extra age. So I don't know. I feel like he's got a chance. And then just team wise,
We'll see.
my money is on Arkansas, but you can't fucking put out NAU, because NAU is, even though they've lost 3 of their top guys from last year, they are stupid deep this year.
Are you talking about the men's side?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the men's side on the teams now.
Oh, I think NAU is like 99% going to take it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Arkansas women, yeah, but
Oh yeah, I'm stupid as shit. Yeah, Arkansas women. Yeah, it's NAU and Stanford. That's what I'm thinking about.
yeah, I just think
Hey,
NAU's
same
top
color. So
5 are just. I mean, they're all going to be in the top like 30. So I don't know. We will see.
it's
Anyone else got a different hot take on those?
I think Arkansas women are gonna win for sure. I would think BYU, Arkansas, NAU is the top 3. What order on the men's side, I'm not sure. I would like to reckon that NAU and BYU are going to be fighting to the line. But this is also Terre Haute, and what you have to know about this course specifically is it is a deceptively challenging circuit.
Has anyone?
Because-
I love how you just pulled the circuit term from the Arkansas Workout Wednesday today.
Yep. You're welcome.
And this happens on Saturday. I would bet either of you guys on NAU versus BYU. I would bet you guys actual real life dollar bills that
I'm not
NAU
gonna
will
take
win.
that.
I'll give you good odds too. I'll give you 2-1 if you want.
Oh, well, okay. Well, what's the bet here? You literally just said they're gonna fight to the line. Who's taking it?
Well, I think NAU is going to take it, but I'll give you 2-1
Yeah, I'm not-
odds on it if you want
I'm
to bet
not
me.
betting against it. I'm not betting against that.
Yeah, I just think they're absolutely going to win.
I got $20 in Venmo. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's a deceptively hard course just because you go up like a 600-meter hill, you go down a 400-meter hill, you go up a 1,000-meter hill, you go down a 600-meter hill. And like that's just how Laverne is. That's just how that course is.
Yeah,
It's
it's gonna
not
be wild.
it's never easy. Times never really seem to be fast at this course, but you don't want it to be fast during a championship race.
I actually have a sleeper pick on the men's side
Go for it.
Ooh.
for an individual, Spencer Brown.
Ooh,
Oh,
Really?
I like that take.
Are you being serious, or I mean respect? But
No. I mean,
Okay.
I don't even think he would say that.
Yeah.
But I actually think that he's going to be top. I mean, I would say top 80.
I think
Top
he'll be
70
higher.
maybe.
I think so,
200th
yeah.
ranking.
I think he's all American. He's just got to put it together one more time. He put it together at the regional meet up in Madison, and Madison's course is kind of the same way. So it's definitely interesting on his end. And Georgetown might actually be up there as well. So
Yeah, they
on
might.
the
You gotta
D1
see-
side, it's going to be interesting.
Bruce, you got a hot take?
Yeah, I think on the men's side, I was gonna go with BYU over NAU. I think they were gonna sneak over on them. And the women's side, Arkansas.
Yeah, I'd agree with the woman's side. All right, so I guess you're betting Tyler then.
Uh,
I would say that's a yes.
I'm good.
Fair. None of
Um,
us are NCAA athletes, so I think we're allowed to gamble now.
Yes.
I mean,
Big.
especially when it's not through anything. It's just a friendly wager.
Yeah.
Division 2 happens this weekend as well. I know Malone sent 2 girls to nationals. Malone University, local to me and Tyler at least, Canton, Ohio. So they sent a couple out to Sacramento.
I just
And-
want to know how Ben's team is going to do. That's all I care about when it comes to D2.
Yeah, Ben's team. I think
Mm.
Ben. Are they sending a
They
team
do
or are
pretty
they sending
well.
a few?
Yeah, their girls are going to nationals. He was talking about
Okay.
it. He doubled with them like a couple weeks ago because they made it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. So something to look out for there. Yeah, something to look for there. Division 3 is going to be held by Spalding University and the Louisville Sports Commission. That's going to be down at the drag strip known as ZP Tom Sawyer State Park. Everyone turns out fast times at that course. I don't know what it is.
It's gonna be fast as shit.
It's always fast as shit. Even at the pre-nat meet, it was fast as shit. But they took a wrong turn on the women's side, so they called it at 3,900, which was bullshit.
Yeah.
Speaking of D3 though, last week after we recorded, D3 regionals happened, right?
Indeed. I have nothing to say except I predicted Noah Falasco for the win. Not really. It was either him or Joey or Jake. But Noah Falasco took the dub, keeping the dub at RPI. They got second, but whatever. We're going to nationals.
What region?
You got that
Atlantic.
Individual.
Perfect.
Atlantic region. We held the dub at RPI 3 years running. Yeah, we lost to Geneseo by I think like 2 points.
However, that was not the only meet over the weekend that was decided by less than 5 points. The Great Lakes Regional on the women's side was decided by 1 point. Both teams were both from the Ohio Athletic Conference that got the automatic bid. John Carroll won it with 83, Baldwin Wallace in second with 84, so they're sending both of their teams to nationals. And I actually know a handful of people on John Carroll. Their men's team got an at-large bid, so congrats to those fine folks over there. That is the first men's cross-country team in John Carroll school history to make a national meet. They were third overall. Otterbein and Calvin got the automatic bids on the men's side. Calvin won in, well, more or less expected fashion. They won by, I think, like 22 points over Otterbein. North Central, not a shocker there in the Midwest. Wash U, also not a shocker, considering Wash U on the women's side are the defending national champs.
There it is.
Anything else that we need to cover D3 wise, like teams
I
to
thought that
watch
was
and
more than
whatnot?
enough.
I'd like to shout out my cousin's, one of my cousin's good friends from high school who runs for JCU, Lila, who won it with JCU. Shout out to her. She is very fast.
What does she run?
She's 5K, 10K.
Well, what does she run?
What did she run?
No, like
You mean-
time-wise.
Oh, I have no idea, but I know that
no,
I saw the Instagram pictures and I was like, oh, that's very cool. My cousin's friend who ran with her in high school and went to states with her in high school is still running and very good now. So I thought that was pretty sweet that I actually knew somebody who's like going to nationals.
That is actually
Yeah.
very cool.
So
Actually, because you didn't run in college, did you?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I am very slow and I was very slow.
I have to
I
give a lot of props.
Probably will be very slow for a while.
Hey, who cares? I have to give a lot of props to
At least
Kyle
I'm
Basista.
thick though.
Okay. I have to give a lot of props, though, to Kyle Basista and the program that he's built over at John Carroll. Great guys, great people, fast people. Jesus. And
Good respect
of course, I got to shout out my former college teammates, Kelly Brennan, Maddie Kyle, Alyssa Loeffner, Hastings Merrick, Melina Ott, Lizzie Gilreath.
Damn, we're just doxing everyone today.
He knows the whole team.
Yeah, that's
Damn,
my
bro.
team. That's going to nationals. At least the people that I know.
Hell yeah. Can't wait
Yeah.
to see what happens this weekend.
Dude, this weekend is going to be exciting.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, bro,
Yeah.
they're listening, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bruce, you got... Wait, did any of your team, like, individually qualify, Bruce?
No.
On the
Very
girls'
sad.
side?
No, no,
F.
nobody qualified. Yeah.
Rip and chat.
Very
Fair
sad.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Spence, can we have you just for about 2 seconds describing how hard the Terre Haute course is again?
It's a deceptively tough circuit.
Why?
You just go up and down hills the whole course.
Speaking of hills, we've got a 15K world record to talk about, and Tyler's going to tell us the name of that course.
What does this have to do with hills?
Because it's a hilly course, and the name
It's called
translated
the
is
Seven Hill
Hills
Run for a reason, you dumbass.
I'm sorry I can't translate it from Dutch.
Well, wait, no, but you were still supposed to say it. We were supposed to get a live take pronunciation from you. If not, I can take care of it.
Well, actually, I can't even find the name of it in the Discord right now.
Here we go. I
No,
will give it to you.
no. Come on, I gotta do it. I told you that I was gonna do it dry, but I don't know.
Well,
where
no. I meant there's the name.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, it is the Zevenhuevel.
Of course you would fuck it up.
Come on, let's go.
Zevenhuevelop.
I was gonna.
Zevenhuevelop.
was going-
Zevenhuevelop.
Bruce, let's go. Your turn.
I can't even get that far, man.
Zevenhuevelop.
I wasn't gonna go for the Hueven, even though that's probably like
That's the hardest
correct
part.
pronunciation. Why? I was just thinking like in U.S. pronunciation that would be Zevenhuevelen loop. But that's
Yeah, I was gonna say Hooverlin.
yeah, but that's
Flipping the fuck out of that.
I mean that's definitely not like culturally correct. For those listening, I'm gonna spell it out here. This takes me back to my This takes me back to my days.
I leaned back too far, and my headphones fell off of my head.
That explains a
You're a
lot.
dumbass.
All right, this takes me back to my spelling bee days. So, all right, so sir, we would like you to spell Zevenhuevelen loop. All right, Zevenhuevelenloop. Zevenhuevelen loop. That's correct. All right.
This is
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Hey, I got 3 fucking gold medals sitting in my trophy case right now from a spelling bee. All right, come at me.
I enjoy that you perpetuated the.
I got a flex, dude.
Oh no,
I
what's
got
the word I'm
both
looking for?
active ones, too.
Oh god, my brain does not work at 1:15 in the morning.
Poor you.
Don't
Don't you
wait,
normally like?
hold on. Let's retake that.
All right. I
I'm
got 3 spelling bee trophies.
I'm glad that you perpetuate the stereotype.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've also, if you want to just add on to that, I'll go ahead and continue it. I've got 2 cricket trophies, 3 spelling bee trophies, 2 vocabulary bee ones, about 9 chess trophies. We got 3 math bees, 2 geography, and 1 public speaking. There we go.
Oh wow, do you put all this on your resume?
I could in high school when, people cared. Actually, no, I never put it on my fucking resume. Are you kidding me?
I was gonna say, dude, when you're 23, no one gives a damn.
Well, yeah, okay, that's why
We
I
don't
said
even read the resumes.
That's why I
now.
said high school. When you're in high school, you put whatever's on there to fill up a room, but also no one cares. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure most people could tell before I had contacts and I still had braces. No disrespect to them. I mean,
Do you
I
still
had
play
braces.
chess?
Oh, hell yeah, I do.
What's your rating?
I haven't been USCF rated in a while. But
Do you have any of the apps like chess?
yeah,
or
yeah. On
chess.com?
chess.com, I think right now I'm somewhere in the mid 15s, maybe low 16s. I haven't played in a while.
Really?
And then when I was still playing USCF, which ended maybe in 2012, I think I was around 1300 at that time. So, and I've played pretty sporadically till then. I got a couple friends who were close to like the high 1600s, but I've taken them to town a couple times, so it's hit or miss, but I think like around 1500, 1600 is a pretty accurate description of my ability.
I'm up there for their tactics thing, but like in actual match play, I'm absolute garbage.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just like genetics on my end.
Yeah. I said yeah because I was automatically going to agree with whatever you said, but now that makes me look really bad.
That's called entrapment, fellows. Learn.
When are we talking about the 15K?
Yeah, okay, anyway. Back to the Zevenhuevelen loop. Race.
Damn. That was
Zevenhuevelop.
You just
Yes.
fucking did that like
That
immediately.
rolled off the tongue.
Zevenhuevelop.
I'm actually impressed. But anyways, Zevenhuevelop,
There you go.
15K.
Oh.
Let's Gide, 4420.
That's like
which-
a minute 10.
That's like closer to 2 minutes, I think.
No, it's a minute 10. I'm looking at it right now.
What was the old one?
It was 45:37, but that was set by Jepka's guy in the middle of a half marathon.
And
The
So-
course record was like 46 and change or something.
Well, yeah, the course record was 2 minutes, but we're talking about relative to a world record. So there's two things to put in context here. A, the old world record was set on her way to a half marathon world record, but also B, this 15K world record is set on like a hilly ass loop, and it's still 97 seconds faster. Or no, I'm dumb. 77 seconds faster.
Which is disgustingly fast. I just want to run over the scoring tables really quick and tell the equivalent marks. 10:46 for 100 meters. 150, 153 for 800 meters. 3:46.25 in the 15. 4:03.51 in the mile. 8:31.51 steeple. 28:44.31 in the 10K. 13:42.33 in the 5K. A 63:07 half and a 2:11.51 marathon.
My
Those
God.
are the equivalent times.
We should also
in
add
the scoring tables.
the
This is doped up as hell.
no, not
Whoa!
that's a follow-up to this this impressive statistic. The first 5K split was 15:07, which leaves her last 10K to be in 29:13, which is 4 seconds faster than the track 10K world record set by Almaz Ayana.
At the Olympics, by the way, which
I'm
she
gonna
ran
puke.
alone.
I'm gonna puke.
Yeah.
That's fucking disgusting.
Let's get Bruce's thoughts first. Let's go. Bruce hasn't said much yet.
That is absolutely gross. Wait, what was the split? 29 what?
29:13 for
29:13.
that second 10K.
Jesus Christ. That almost reminds me of when what's the dude? Cameron?
Yeah,
Whatever.
Jeffrey Cameron.
Yeah, he ran like a 13:01 for the final 5K of half
Yeah,
marathon.
from 15 to 20. That was at
That's
Copenhagen. That was
that's
on his way to setting
ridiculous.
the record.
That's absolutely insane.
It's fucking gross.
Doped up. She probably still had the syringe in while she was running.
Nice. That's definitely going in the beginning as part of the cold take. Listen to the highlights from this episode. Syringe while running.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
And
I don't
it's-
know how long that record is gonna stand.
Okay, so these are her 5K splits.
Okay.
Time 44:21. And her splits 15:07, 14:37, 14:37.
Fuck! Wait, 14:30, 14:36, 14:37?
14:37, 14:37, just fucking straight up.
Holy balls! Dude, that's splitting 70s on a track.
I think that's
So-
the American record for women. No,
Oh, easy.
That's damn close.
Did somebody say
That's pretty.
Zeven Huevlenlop?
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, I just want
Holy
to.
cow! The American record is 14:34.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And that's set by our girl Shelby Houlihan, who is now dating Centrowitz, and Spencer.
Called
can take
it,
credit for
called
that.
it,
Or
called
Tyler.
it, called it, called it, called it, called it, called it, called it. 2
Okay,
months ago,
Tyler, shut
called
the
it,
fuck up.
called
Shut
it.
the fuck up.
Look at me
Anyways,
go.
this comment, and I'm getting this off the Let's Run thread that Shrey provided, which we'll actually provide in the show notes. She finished with 2 Japanese international guys and 1 Kenyan international guy. She's 21. Do you think that she
What?
beats the? Do you think she would beat the men's NCAA men's cross country champion? She'd
No.
certainly be in the leading pack.
Yeah, but no.
She clowned a 29:13 over. No, okay. If you've seen the back 10K of this, like it's mildly net downhill, but the in between part fucking sucks. Like she'd clown them.
I don't know about that.
Oh
Actually,
God!
Put her
yeah.
in it.
Oh,
Put her in it.
Jesus
Put her in
Christ.
it. Put her in it. See what happens. Fly her in. Fuck. Why not? If we're just doing things that don't matter anymore, let's
Yeah, I was
throw
gonna say,
her in there.
A
We're taking out the
29:13.
200. We're
29:13
Fire
would
up.
probably win.
like 29-13 would be freaking up there in like a tactical race. I feel like at D1.
That
But if
would
you add in
win.
the fact that
win.
she did that, I mean, yeah, I think a couple years ago didn't someone run 29? Was it Ches or was it
Chaz, I think, ran in the
Tiernan.
29s.
I think
It was
Tiernan
Ches
beat him.
and Tiernan.
Yeah, but like if you account for the fact that she ran a 15:07 before that, a fresh 10K, she's busting out like a fucking something.
She's running like 28:50. Like Jesus.
Yeah. Christ.
So, someone also commented this. Perfect conditions, hilly course, which it doesn't net downhill because it's a fucking loop. Course climbs from 70 to 300 on undulate. Then it goes down to finish from where it started. So it goes up to 300 from 70, back down to 70.
Wow.
So
she's probably, doping? Maybe? Maybe.
What's
Most
doping?
Speaking of doping, Nike Oregon project, Jordan Hasay, she's got a new coach now.
you also brought up doping. I kind of want to bring up the Jen Ryan story, and then we can transition over to Jordan Hasay.
I haven't
No.
heard about this.
I don't have a transition to Jim Ryan.
Bruce
But
Witness,
go ahead.
Jim Ryan. There's your transition.
Oh shit!
All right, go on.
I don't even know what this story is. Tell me, Spencer.
Okay,
Yeah, this is
so
off the cuff.
So Jen Ryan's she posted this on her blog. This is on weight, body composition, making choices. That
Hold
whole
on. I thought you said Jim Ryan.
No, I said Jen Ryan.
You said Jen Ryan's?
Yeah,
I definitely heard Jim Ryan, dude.
you all are idiots.
I
There's
don't
no
know,
way.
man. You definitely said Jim Ryan.
No, I said
You
Jen
all-
Ryan's.
All
You're
right,
an
It
idiot.
sounded like Jim Ryan, but I knew.
Yeah, okay, and also Bruce has got like the best hearing out of all of us, given how old he is. Like he's 100% correct here.
Yeah, supersonic hearing aid.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so I'm just gonna run down her list of accomplishments. Two-time
Well,
New York
yeah, okay.
State High School champion in the 15.
We don't care about
national-
all that. Just
Broke
feel
the
like it's just
4-minute
like-
barrier.
she's been
really
running
good.
for a long
She's
time.
Really good.
Yeah.
She's
good.
a professional fucking athlete.
Yeah, 5-time NCAA individual champion, 3 times a team champion, 5 times U.S. champion, 3 times U.S. Olympian. I believe it was 04, 08, and 2012. 11 times U.S. World Team member, U.S. Masters champ in the 5K, and she's also the record holder in the 12K and the 5,000 meters. And she talks about her time with the Nike Oregon project, or speaking about that whole experience. And she notes, now, here's an interesting fact. In all my years of running, high school through present time, she talks about very womanly things. So
She does. Okay, she has her menstrual
Yeah.
cycle and hasn't missed it. We're
Yeah.
adults.
yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
And it's becoming more and more common that athletes in this day and age are missing out on that, and they're not even realized. And you only realize that after the fact. And she goes over her training, and it's very detailed in how she built her base and how she did this. And it goes into talking about the Mary Kane experience with the quote-unquote fat shaming that happened. And she goes on to say, the issues and abuse that have been exposed recently in the coaching of female runners is unacceptable. And I know that the athletes that suffer through these experiences will continue to fight to make sure that the next generation doesn't experience the same thing. I spoke at 4 high school camps last summer. I met many enthusiastic and caring coaches, and I can't deny that there are still coaches out there that need to be weeded out of the sport. Alberto Salazar, even though he's already been weeded out, he's still scum. But in my own observation, I think that as a whole, we are moving in the right direction. although there are still some unethical people coaching, I think that it's important we don't scare coaches away from challenging an athlete when they need to address something that is important for the athlete's development. But just glancing over the story,
I don't know about that take right there, because I don't think the coaches are the ones who should be doing that. I feel like they should be hiring people who actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that the core of it, especially because she does a very good job talking about how her point here is not to say that body composition can be ignored and like
which it can't.
Yeah, like that, and she clearly says that's exercise physiology 101. Like she's not going as far as to say that shaming about body composition or like nudging in the direction of saying we could improve this is a bad thing, but saying it in the context of you need to improve this to get better, or like you look bad, that's phrased completely improperly.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like her take is actually very, very good. She talks about what are called DEXA scans, which pretty much monitors body composition, and she's gathered tons of good data from that. But she also points out she's gathered good data from VO2 max testing, FMS, which is functional movement screenings, and strength tests in the gym. So she outlines basically what her training program has been for the past 2 decades. She does a very good job, I think, of just respectfully weighing in on this while still giving her side of the story.
Yeah, I think it's just a very, given the context, it's a very good point to make. And also, I was just going to say, I think if we're going to talk about that first, then let's push Hesse and just move into the cane business. So I think, well, first, Bruce, we haven't heard, like, outside of the Discord, we haven't heard what your thoughts are on the whole, like, Mary Kane, Nike Oregon Project stuff. So, like, what's your whole take on that, like, event?
Yeah, so I mean, when I was growing up in high school and getting into running, like, I always really looked up to, like, Oregon Project and all that stuff. I was a huge Galen Rupp fan, so when in 2015 the first, like, BBC, like,
report
documentary came out with Magnus and the Gouchers, I mean, I don't want to say I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm like, all right, well, let's just see how this plays out. My thing is, like, I'm always going to call a spade, and the fact that all these
accusations were true.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it sucks. And it's to the point where it's like that's just, like, unethical. Like, you're talking about someone now who was a teenager. How old was Mary Kane when she went with the Oregon Project? Like
18.
16?
She was
18.
19. It was fresh after high school, pretty much.
Yeah, and just, like, almost, like, kind of, like, ignoring that critical development, like, age, and just, like, I don't know, it was heartbreaking, to say the least. And
gross would be another word.
Yeah, it's very disgusting. It really made me sick to my stomach to actually kind of, like, hear that. Yeah. So, yeah, disgusting. I think it's absolutely trash, and I mean, quite honestly, he probably should be put in jail, because that's, like, damn near child abuse.
Yeah, especially.
I wouldn't stray too far from that opinion.
It's about as close as you can get to it.
Yeah, without it actually, being clear cut and defined.
Yeah.
Again,
I don't know if he would be convicted on that, but I mean, that's basically what happened. For sure.
Everything, Alberto. Here's the thing about Salazar: everything he did was gray area level shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would say even just going straight to diuretics is definitely not gray area. I mean, well, actually, I guess it is classified as gray area because we're looking in terms of legality and prosecution here. But I would go as far as to say that, like, pressuring diuretics onto people is effectively, that's literally abuse. Like, if so at that point, obviously there's the legal distinction of child versus adult. but there's got to be some sort of bar for where we say, okay, abuse is abuse, and like we can't distinguish between whether or not it was sexual abuse because they're adults, whether or not it was child abuse because they're, you know, old enough to make their own decisions legally, and all that stuff. Like, it's definitely got to be at a line where we say, all right, this is fucking wrong. Like, something's got to be done.
Yeah, I think there's too much that's come out, though. I don't think he's coming back. I really don't think.
I
I'm
hope
gonna
he
take
doesn't
him.
come back. The dude's a piece of shit.
Did you guys hear about their sports psychologist?
No.
No.
What did they say?
So I can't remember the guy's name, but it came out because they were interviewing him, and when he was in college, he studied sports psychology, and he studied something else. It was like sports psychology and like exercise science, and he is not a licensed psychologist. So
What?
he was hired. Yeah, he was hired on. What Nike says, he was hired on as a consultant to the Oregon Project, but he was basically practicing psychology on the athletes.
Are you talking
Wait.
about Darren Treasure?
Yes, that dude.
Wait. So hold on, just to clarify. So this guy is a. So what did he complete college for?
He completed in like it's like exercise science. It was like sports psychology or exercise science, but you have to be licensed to be a psychologist or to practice psychology at all.
On
He
the,
didn't. Yeah,
the
go ahead.
Oregon Project link doesn't load, but on Google, the Oregon Project link shows up when you type in his name, and it says that he's a PhD according to that link.
He's not a licensed psychologist.
So they're just blatantly
well, it's
fucking
'cause-
lying on the website.
Yeah,
There's no
he's
such
not
thing
licensed.
as a licensed sports psychologist.
This
No,
is
but you
literally
need to
what
be
it
yeah, you
literally
have to-
reads: Darren Treasure, PhD, sports psychologist, Oregon Project.
Well, that's what Nike Oregon Project says.
Yeah, he's not
is,
licensed.
What they say is not law, obviously.
Big facts. But yeah, you have to be even to. He's like, I think he commented saying like you can't like get a license in sports psychology, but you need a license to practice psychiatric methods. Period. And he didn't have any of that.
Well, if you have a PhD, I think you need to publish things, and you need to. I think you need to renew your license every so often.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said he didn't even get
So,
one.
oh,
I mean, it says he was an associate professor at ASU for a while, so I think he must have some qualification, because you can't just get that without being qualified. I don't know. Yeah, maybe not a psychology license, like maybe not a license to practice,
yeah, he might just not be
which-
licensed,
which obviously
is weird.
a legal issue in itself. But
Yeah,
for him
yeah.
to be an associate professor, he must have something.
Yeah, I think like the big thing that I took away from it was that he wasn't licensed, and I was a psychology major in college, and you pretty much need a license to like practice, like do CBT, all that kind of stuff.
Can I hit you
we
with
didn't
the question that you're gonna get in a week next Thursday?
Sure.
What do you do with that degree? I'm
Oh, psychology.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I know there's a lot of stuff you can do with that.
But but actually, well, I'm genuinely curious. So, did you graduate with an undergrad in psychology?
I'm finishing this winter.
Nice. Are you doing higher studies after that, or like what's the career path here?
Not too sure, to be quite honest. I was going to go to higher education, but or do get a master's degree, but I'm kind of tired of school, so I might just take a break and kind of figure it out from there. But I don't know. We'll see.
I respect that. I needed a goddamn break after 4 years.
Yeah, I feel that. Yep. I can't
Man,
wait
am
to
I
be
glad
done.
I don't need a fucking master's degree with my job.
What are you digging in there, Spencer?
What do you mean? What am I taking in?
What are you digging into?
Yeah, it sounds like you got some food there, boy.
I got a cough drop.
Oh goddamn! Don't get me sick, man.
Nice.
No, it's just that after talking for long periods of time, my throat becomes sore. That's all.
Yeah, the Nike Oregon Project though, they're falling apart. They're falling apart and going to other coaches
They're nice.
Jordan Assay.
Say to
Paul Radcliffe.
Yep.
What do you got, Bruce?
Shady.
Perfect.
Shady. Shady.
What? Not even like a shred of credibility there?
I don't know. Like
Ah,
her 215, it's probably as dirty as they come, if you ask me. But
I think officially she has not released any records on that either, like any of her blood panels or records. So
see, yeah, that's a tough one.
I think it's also
She's
interesting
talked
that
about him before. I at least I think.
yeah,
well,
she's
you can
talked
talk about them all you want if you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, let me talk about my tax returns, but not release those. Yeah, good one. Come on,
Oh, God.
Spencer.
Yo, we have a boomer in here. Come on.
Boomer. Oh, okay, Boomer. Probably voted for the real Donald Trump. SMH.
I think it's also interesting that Radcliffe's husband is coaching Bo. Is that what it is?
Farah?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Moon
serious?
Dane.
Yeah.
Come
Or he
on,
was.
bruh.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to. I'm
Yeah.
looking this shit up right now.
I can't
yeah,
believe
I
that.
think- He's
I
right.
just saw it in the Hasay Radcliffe thread, and I'm not remembering precisely for sure, but I definitely read that.
So where's is Galen Rupp gonna go and join Mo Farah again?
I would
I
love
don't
to see
think
that.
so.
That
I
would
think-
be wild.
I think Galen. Oh no, he doesn't have a
Uh,
coach to go back to. It was someone else that's going back to that's going back to like their high school coach.
Who's
forget
that?
who. I read somewhere that I forget who, but someone said that they were one of the Nike people said they were going to go back to their high school coach. I think actually Hasay might have been the one that mentioned it at first, saying that she was going to go back to her high school coach,
Mhm.
or her But
That's-
now she's under Radcliffe. So, but it's a coaching advisor.
Advisor.
Yeah, let's get this terminology correct.
Oh, what now?
A coaching advisor.
Right.
It's basically like, being an unlicensed psychology consultant.
Great. I love the whole gray area, shady
Mm.
things that everything. I love everything that's happening right now.
Yeah.
It's all very fun and cool.
And organic.
Welcome to episode 5, Gray.
Great.
That's it.
The name of the episode.
Good grief.
Fantastic. A lot
I
of
think Bruce
big
already
bummers
addressed-
this episode, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to seasonal depression. This is what happens, boys and girls.
SAD, baby. Give it
So
to me. I just realized
okay.
that we've got 2 people with the letter B and 2 people with the letter S in this. Never mind.
It's because this entire podcast is double the bullshit.
Yeah, I'm a crackhead.
Yes, you are. Okay. Anyways, Mo's coach is Gary Lau.
And that's Paula Radcliffe's husband.
I'm gonna Google that. I had to go on YouTube to
I'm like
find who that was.
90% sure that's true.
Yeah.
She didn't-
Let's Run right now says that it is her husband.
Okay. Well, we all know that Let's Run doesn't lie, so let's go with that.
I'm just double checking to be 100% sure of everything.
Yeah, no. You can't not be double checking.
A little sketch, but I've never really been sketchy of Hasay. I mean, she was just always good, you know? It's not like she came out of nowhere, and
She
and
never
ran like a
came- well,
15K
yeah.
world record. So,
Yeah, according to Wikipedia, they are still married. They married in like early 2000 or something like that.
Yeah, it says they're
Yeah,
Very
early
cool.
aughts. However,
Wow.
Gary Lau is also in his own right a very solid runner. 334, 355, 749, and 826.
oh,
well, so
Stud.
he's
one of those is not like the others. One of those times. Yeah, you wonder who Rupp is being advised by right now.
I
Yeah,
heard
that-
because
I
we
haven't-
got
I
Go
haven't
ahead.
heard anything.
yeah, I heard it's some guy named Tim Rowberry, not Rowberry, not like Shannon Rowberry, but Rowberry, something weird like that. I heard he was taking advice from him.
Who does he
yeah,
coach
but
right now?
he's a former NOP assistant.
Yep.
Yeah, so that relationship's still there.
Oh, so
no,
he's
oh.
he's the the conduit between him and Alberto. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
saw,
Very cool.
What does actually stop them from being like, I'm just speaking to, a father figure who's coached me since my junior year.
I don't think there's anything.
Yeah,
And
like
checking
literally
in.
nothing.
And he's just like, yeah, I just spoke to him. Like, no one's like, I doubt anyone's fucking bugging their calls to check.
Yeah, he's like, hey Tim, hypothetically, what would an Oregon Project coach tell me to do today? And he's like, oh, an Oregon Project coach would hypothetically tell you to go on a long run today. And he'd be like, all right, thank you for that hypothetical workout.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it all. I just hate it all.
It's so gray. It's
That's just honestly, it's just impressive how they keep going.
I feel like now it's like force all of them to test like every 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah,
Or
they got to.
shit,
But
like
they
every
beat-
week.
But they beat the tests. So like
If
I don't know,
they
man.
said everybody in the running community has to donate so that we can pay for these tests so they get tested every week,
I would dead ass do.
I
it.
would pay money.
Yeah.
100. I pay like maybe like $10 a month for that.
Get a Patreon going. Let's do it.
Yeah. Send it to the IAAF. Like
Yeah.
what is it?
Here's
That-
pledge.com.
That African country. Who is the African country that got
Coney?
money from?
Coney
They got-
2012.
No, they got money from the IAAF, but they got like too much, and they finally returned it. Do you guys know about that?
No.
What is
No, I
that?
don't.
Ah, jeez.
IAAF accidentally sends money to Nigerian prince. There's no headlines. Well, no one fucking laughed at that. All right. Wow, Bruce gave me at least like a pity exhale.
Yeah. IAAF confirm receipt of missing money from Nigeria.
Oh yeah, $150,000. Holy shit! The Nigerian joke actually wasn't that far off.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't kidding about this. They accidentally sent them $150,000 instead of $15,000. You know they have their shit in
Now
order.
that just
It took literally, I think, years to get it back. Oh god! And I'm lifting this joke straight from another podcast, from the House of Run podcast. They said that, or maybe it was a 1609 podcast. God damn it! If I can't credit it, do I even say the joke?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it anyway.
It's one of the
just
two.
fucking say it.
They said that this is the long con from Nigeria to wait for them to rebrand so they can write the check out to the wrong person and have it go back to for another 3 years.
Good God. Wow, I'm actually glad no one laughed at the Prince joke now, because that was a little bit too on the nail.
Hashtag impeach Sebco. Well, that's why, because I heard you say that. And I was
Oh
like,
god.
yeah, that was the country.
They did
so I looked
they
it
did a
up.
whole episode. 1609 did a whole episode on impeaching Seb Coe.
Yeah, impeach Sebco, baby. Hashtag impeach Sebco. The guy
I
hates
fucking-
distance
I'm
races
fucking with
because
it.
he sucked at distance races. By the
He
way,
was only good at 800 meters.
throwing it out there. Guy was literally couldn't hang in the 5K, so he's like, yeah, get rid of that shit.
Bruce, what's it like knowing Seb Coe since birth?
That's a douchebag, bro.
Didn't you get into a fight with him in high school? Didn't he steal your girlfriend or something?
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it that much.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's too soon. It's been only 100 years since then.
Yeah. In his lifespan of 80,000, it's like it's yesterday. It still stings.
He's eternal.
Yeah. What other podcasts do you listen to, Bruce? Like, do you do anything like running interesting outside of actually running?
I pretty much just watch running YouTube. I don't really listen to any other podcasts. I used to listen to the Flow Track podcast like years ago.
And then they
But it was
became
good.
shit.
What's up?
And then
But
they
it was
became
good.
shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Spence. Spence said when it became shit. I said when it was good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, with like track after dark or track before dark. Like I like.
I
that
mean,
shit.
yeah,
That shit was
like-
good.
Then their stuff became garbage outside of Workout Wednesday.
Yeah, it became too saturated, and I'm like, nah, I'm not into it anymore.
Isn't Sidious sponsored by FlowTrack now?
No,
No
Or no?
way.
Who are they by?
that's bullshit.
They're by somebody now, aren't they?
It'd probably be
Nah,
by
Flow-
Sports
nah,
Illustrated
Flow
because
Track,
Chavez
yeah.
is a
Oh,
writer for Sports
yeah,
Illustrated.
FlowTrack would just copyright the shit out of everything Sidious did.
Yeah, I have no idea. Never mind. I thought Sidious is. Never mind.
No,
Maybe that's
Sidious
something
is
else.
SI. Sidious would be SI.
Oh, there we go.
Because Chavez writes for Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. There it is. Even better than Flow Track. No diss to my boy Kevin Soley though. Every time I hear him on the like announcing a race, I get unbelievably hype for absolutely no reason, just because I know who he
I
is.
feel like that's just his energy. It's just fucking big dick energy.
Well, it's because he knows what he's talking about, and like you
That
don't
too.
usually get that.
That helps a lot.
What else we got?
Tiana Bartoletta wrote on the Mary Kane issue.
Oh yeah, I actually thought we could kind of. I mean, actually, I thought we could low key skip that to some degree, just because the article. Okay, it's important to address, so let's not miscategorize me saying skipping it as it being unimportant. But like, she basically mentions how when Nike talks about in their statement how she was planning to return to the NOP potentially this past spring. That in itself is miscontextualizing and like redirecting away from the point of her entire claims, which at this point I can't even call them claims or allegations because it seems to have been corroborated. Hell, even Cameron Levins made a post about it, like corroborating it. So her perspective was basically just that Nike saying that she wanted to rejoin is almost as though they're trying to discredit her and saying that because she couldn't or whatever the hell happened during those negotiations, she's now just come back with this as like, I don't know, like revenge porn or something, which I agree with that notion, but I'm just wondering.
You disagree with the whole overview because I think what Mary Kane actually said is pretty true.
Well, no, I don't I mean, I'm not sure exactly what you meant by saying the overview. I think I just I don't disagree, but I'm curious about whether or not it's still objective to have said what they said. Could they have phrased it better to avoid the issues she's bringing up? Perhaps.
They just shouldn't have said it at all.
Yeah, okay, why is that? Because
if that's
I
the
agree,
take, then she definitely could have phrased it better.
Yeah, my thing is, I think that it's relevant to some degree. Like, I understand that it's relevant. I agree that it need not have been said. I guess what I'm gonna say is, like Bruce, you just said like you think it shouldn't have been included at all. Like, why is that?
Well, I don't know, because I feel like for whatever reason, like Mark Parker and Alberto Salazar are like butt buddies. No disrespect to that, but like they're tight for whatever reason, and I don't know. It just felt like they were almost like, she said something in the article about like the abuse cycle, and I thought it hit the nail right on. Yeah, that hit the nail right on the head with that. Like it's almost like
it's
like
the 4 stages. There's literally a like infographic that takes up the entire screen of it.
Yeah, I mean, Bruce, you did psychology too, so I mean, you've probably learned about that before too.
Right. It's just like almost like discounting like what she's saying as like, oh well, she wanted to come back. It must have been not that bad if she wanted to come back. Like it's just like unnecessary. Like.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just think
you're essentially, if you're looking at the infographic, would be in stage 4. You're saying that this incident is forgotten and it's all over again, the honeymoon phase before the whole cycle starts again. That's what she's saying, and that's discrediting a lot of what Mary Kane experienced.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I can't disagree with the notion that it is discrediting. It's to some extent like the implication of it is just outright trying to say that this is her clapping back or whatever. I just wonder, like, even then, like, even if they took it out, I guess, I mean, it's happened, so, like, I disagree that it happened. It shouldn't have happened. But I guess I'm just wondering, like, is that not still sort of pertinent information to discuss at some point? Maybe in a secondary statement, or at least
absolutely.
is there like a more respectful way they could have said that? Like, okay, like let's just say like they put it in a secondary statement instead, because obviously it being in the only statement they made is stupid as hell. But
Yeah.
if it was in like a
They need
secondary statement,
They need a follow up.
yeah, like how could they have phrased
Nike
it in a
needs
second
a
statement?
follow up.
Yeah. So I don't
Yeah.
know. That was just my thoughts on it. But like I said, I don't mean to. Me saying that, you know, I think it's objective information is not to say that it wasn't stupid as hell.
But I mean, there's
No, yeah.
so much missing because Nike hasn't made a follow-up statement, and I feel like that as a brand, if you want to at least maintain your reputation, you kind of need a follow-up statement at this point with all this shit swirling around. It's becoming a giant shit tornado, and it needs to be addressed. And
Absolutely.
the less that Nike addresses this, the more it's going to become a problem.
I just
Oh, yeah.
I don't really put a lot of stock into things that people say about how Mary Kane felt if Mary Kane didn't say it.
That's a good
Wait,
point.
what? Who the hell says that?
No, like
No,
if-
I get what
she's
he's
like-
saying.
no, she's like well, clearly like this is why she was trying to do that. Like, how do you know? You know?
Yeah, basically what Tyler is saying, if you want me to simplify this, nobody knows what Mary Kane is thinking except Mary Kane herself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I
everybody,
get
What
that.
did you think I meant, Trace?
Well, no, I heard you say the phrase, and I may have just misheard, where someone says, like, I would have believed it if it wasn't Mary Kane saying it. Like, I don't believe it because, like, I thought it sounded like a character attack on Mary Kane specifically.
Oh no, I'm saying like if other people are saying like this is how Mary Kane felt, like so we shouldn't, you know, like I don't know. Anybody who's like even if she says like, oh well, Mary Kane was she was trying to get back because she was, you know.
Oh, okay, so you're saying anyone who's trying to continue the discreditation because of that is just stupid.
Yes, exactly.
got it,
because
got it.
you
Yeah,
never really know what was happening because you're not Mary Kane. So
Yeah,
I mean, the
people
only
only
person
have a
I'm really
second-
listening to in this situation is
is
people
Mary
who,
Kane,
yeah, is Mary Kane, and then people who have
who are on the team in
acknowledged,
that era.
yeah, who have acknowledged what was going on
Yeah,
was
I
wrong,
think-
like
for
Cam
that,
Levins.
Yeah, I've got huge respect for that guy because he outright said, like, he didn't just make an apology because he said, I wish I had been the person that was there for you, which by itself, I think would have just sounded a little bit like a PR statement. But then
Yeah.
him following up by saying, I knew that body composition was a big part of your training and their desire to make you perform better because it was discussed so openly among the team. Like, he just outright said,
Exactly. Like it's so
Yes,
hard to
right.
it's
Yep.
so hard to like shoot down your own coaches, like that are paying you, like you're getting your salary from this team.
Yeah.
When you just think that this is all normal. Like even if it sucks, you're like, I guess this is what we have to do. Like I've been, you know, making sacrifices my whole life to be good at running, so I guess this is what I have to do at this level now.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it
so-
also puts a lot of perspective because there have been article after article and video after video of people like attempting, well, now I can say attempting to clown Kara Goucher over all of like the emotional spiels she's given. And honestly, even now,
Well,
I
you
think
can't
me
clown
saying-
her anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I think even now, honestly, me saying emotional spiel was disrespectful in itself. Like all of her discussions after races, before races about this whole thing, like it is 110% justified now. And everyone who like, I mean, I can't deny that everyone who doubted it like could have had reason to because at that time she was the sole person speaking out about it, even before Steve Magnus. But like, it's just such a bad look now that it's being corroborated to such a heavily public degree.
And it's disgusting, and it's become a massive PR nightmare for Nike.
Oh yeah, they fucked.
yeah, it's
I
fantastic.
also
yeah.
want to mention,
And the thing is, I don't think this is hurting their sales at all.
oh, it's
Like
not,
whatsoever.
Not at
Which
Yeah,
is
Bruce,
great.
let us know. How's it doing for their sales?
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot. Hey Bruce, how's it going over there at Nike, by the way? Oops. Uh-oh.
Hey, like I said, like that stuff's like way above my pay
Above
grade.
your pay grade, yeah.
Way
Yeah, you're
above my
retail,
pay
right?
grade.
Yeah. Tell us about
I work. Yeah.
tell us about the deals that are coming up though. I'm
Hey
kidding.
man, Black Friday's coming up, man, and you go to your local Nike outlet store. It's gonna be a nice sale. It's gonna be crowded as hell, but
They've already started the deals,
it'll
haven't
be-
they?
They have like mini sales going on, so nothing. It's nothing crazy.
Uh,
It's nothing out of the normal.
you'll see me there
But
in a
people-
week after. Well, like I don't know. We can talk crap about like specifically the group NOP, but like Nike is a company. Like I feel like they make good stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just-
mean, you can't deny they've been a powerhouse in the industry, and they
Just
actually
tax them more, please.
good
Please
shit.
tax them more.
Yeah.
I'm begging you.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not like discrediting what Nike makes. I'm just discrediting Nike Oregon project and the way they're handling that situation.
Yes,
Nike,
their
please
PR
don't
is
put a hit
terrible.
on us. I'm begging you. It's not that
Speaking
real.
of which, there was another article, Shreyas, that you linked on Let's Run, and it was Tara Welling.
Oh yeah, this was a while
Uh,
back. Yeah, it was just like another corroboration of it. I thought so.
Yeah, so
It was
the-
basically just her saying like, yes, I've also experienced this. And she said that she had an eating disorder basically the first time she was dealing with it, and then after that, just effectively saying that some of her visits to like doctors, I think she specifically says Dr. Jeffrey Brown,
I was
is
gonna get to that
basically
one.
yeah, where she's basically just like getting told that she needs to improve her body composition to some degree. And you can speak more on that because I didn't read too deeply into that yet.
Okay, so this is Tara Welling in her own words from the article. What hasn't been made public yet is that my visit to Jeffrey Brown in September of 2012 was related to this process of helping me get healthy, including numerous tests that were done. Initially, this was something that was very difficult for me to share with the United States Anti-Doping Agency during their investigation of Salazar and Dr. Brown, as it required reopening wounds which are still challenging for me to talk about. Until the USADA investigation, these details are something I hadn't talked to anyone else about outside of my parents or Alberto.
It doesn't seem. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, she goes on to say that she ended up racing the US 5 and 10K championships at whatever weights Alberto wanted her to hit. I believe it was 95 and 98.
It was 100 pounds, she said, with a low body fat percentage.
Okay.
And yeah, I think the most ridiculous extension of that is not only like that number, but also it says later that she had to win the club cross country championships to show that she could compete at a high level, and she placed second, so because of that she wasn't re-signed. And
What?
that's
What?
yeah. This is
Yeah.
right
Of
next to the
course.
Kitty
You don't want number 2, right? You can't have that.
Where I think it's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand like for sponsored athletes, like I mean that's half the reason like Sage Canaday still does ultra marathons, because Hoka's entire deal with him is that he is an ultra runner. But like
He's on that 219 grind, by the way.
yeah, 218 actually.
218. Oh yeah,
That's how it's
sub
But, like,
219.
that's that, and it's like not only the arbitrary number of the weight, like that's just absolutely ridiculous. And actually, now that I look at the Dr. Jeffrey Brown thing a little bit more, she brings that up that she visited a Dr. Jeffrey Brown in terms of getting healthy as a placeholder for Alberto's promise to get her connected with a nutritionist and therapist for her to get healthy and recover from her eating disorders. The 95 and 98 pounds were for her to get back to a weight where she was healthy, because at that point she was underweight. She dropped down to 88 pounds during her eating disorders. And
Wow.
88, even for a girl who's 5'4", 88 is tiny.
Yeah, he's gone. Salazar's gone.
Yeah.
He's out. Peace
I
out.
hope he never comes back.
Yeah, so and apparently, and like now she just had a baby girl, so because of that her contract with Skechers expired, but it wasn't because of that.
Congratulations to her.
They just chose not to renew it. Yeah, congratulations to her for being a new mom.
Very cool.
But yeah, it's incredible. Wow, okay, Let's Run is actually done kind of like the same thing as what Nike did, I think, because they have an editor's note which says that her husband is currently employed by Nike and works in analytics. But they do at least say that it's a department unrelated to sports marketing or Nike running. But even then, I think that's just an odd note to have to include. Like,
Yeah, like,
how or why is that relevant?
come on, man.
Yeah,
Fucking
wow.
I mean,
Actually,
And,
I thought for a second, like, I don't know.
And Salazar's response is, I think they've just included the same canned response he gave for Mary Kane, which is that both women
I'm
and
sorry
men-
you were offended.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Peace out. Peace
So-
out, Salazar. Now, who is this muscle-less fitness guy? Because I don't want to talk about this anymore, because it's making me sad.
Oh,
And I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
Okay,
It's in
okay,
the
so-
rundown, but I don't know what it is.
All right, let me clarify with my background. All right.
Sorry about the
So
shitty
we're-
segue, by the way.
No, it's perfectly fine. No, you know what? Salazar was promoting her to have less functional muscle. There we go. So this dude is a dude who's commented on Ben's videos before.
Uh-huh.
Oh, like I said, I should first preface this with my background. So I graduated with an undergraduate degree in biomechanical engineering. So I'm fairly familiar with like biomechanics. I've done a decent amount of research. I enjoy like researching about training physiology, exercises, all that shit. I was going to go to grad school for exercise science. Now I'm going to become or hopefully become a doctor of osteopathic medicine, which is like musculoskeletal stuff. So, you know, I'm not just saying that I'm a doctor, therefore I know everything. I'm very specifically like muscle and skeleton stuff. So like very exercise science geared. So this guy's a YouTube channel who's been clowning on Ben's videos, saying that Father Time is going to screw Ben over. You can't just rely on talent and training hard to get better. You have to train smart. He also proceeds to say that the only way to cure all your injuries is by disregarding these popular methods and focus on using your hips and upper body swinging. Another comment left
What?
is yeah. I'm just gonna keep going down this. I'm gonna save all the reactions for the end.
So this
It's
guy
all-
clearly has never ran before in his life.
Yeah. Right now you're
Clearly.
focusing too much on leg muscles, so you're stiffening your hips and torsos a lot. You're not letting your hips move freely like Kipchoge when he kind of dances his hips around, if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so it's a troll. So it's a troll.
No. His channel fully promotes all this shit.
What do you mean?
And
He has videos?
He has
Yeah.
videos, which are
Oh my
basically
God.
just, with really bad music, with some subtitles over them.
We
Rude
love really
Sandstorm?
bad
The
music.
channel
Does
name
he open
is,
Notepad? Does he use Notepad?
No, I think he's just using iMovie or like a 2008 rip of Windows Movie Maker.
Oh no.
So I'm just gonna go through some of these quotes because if I go through all of them, I'm just gonna start like frothing at the mouth. So he talks about how most people run with the basics of animal movements that have nothing to do with muscles and stretching. So he's saying that like you don't need to do strength exercises or stretching. You just need to have like some strong mental game and mental imagery to run fast, because that's how you run fast. You just focus on getting your hips to do something and they'll do it.
Tell this guy to go run a sub 6 minute mile and then call us.
Exactly. Yeah. We've got
Seriously, what the hell?
My God.
stop poisoning your brain with foot thoughts.
What?
We've
What?
got running tall is a myth and doesn't work if you have a rounded back. You should focus on hips, because running tall focuses too much energy on a tight torso and forces your leg power upwards. And let it be noted that during that little quote in his video, he's analyzing a goddamn sprinter who
Good.
kind of needs some leg power to push themselves forward.
No, it's all upper body. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, no, it's entirely upper. Well, speaking of upper body, he says arm swing can be slightly off center for optimal performance. And his literal analysis of that is a video, and he basically ends the little video clip with showing that Bolt's PR is faster than Justin Gatlin's.
Oh my God! Come on.
This guy has a very poor understanding of basic, not even biomechanics, but just mechanics in general.
Yeah, and he shows a clip of Michael fucking Johnson like analyzing Bolt versus Gatlin and talking about how if Bolt is a little bit more rigid, like he might actually run faster. And then he says barefoot running is worse for you than it is better, which I would agree with if he said anything more than just that. His entire premise is that barefoot running promotes too much forefoot running, so you're fucked.
How? Explain.
That's the issue. He doesn't explain. So
I don't know about that one.
That was my favorite video because that's like a minute 29 of like almost nothing but just a bunch of clips of people barefoot running, and then one slow down like clip art analysis of someone forefoot striking.
Sweet.
Then we got he does a whole video where he does form analysis on Lalisa DeCisa, who
dear.
This should be
Oh
good.
dear, not Lalisa.
This should be good.
DeCisa is a fast man. He's a fast guy. We're not going to deny that. We're not going to take anything away from that.
His form, though.
He basically says it's very good, and one of the examples he provides somewhere around 2/3
It's
into
far
the video
from good. I'm sorry.
is
It's
a
far
tight
from good.
neck. A tight neck and traps is good because that means he's going to have slightly better upright positioning. His head isn't going to be farther back, and it also leads to his hands being far from his trunk. I believe he means torso here, which is going to provide greater side-to-side motion for forward motion. And I'm like, bro, I don't know if you realize, but like everyone like memes people who like have chicken wing form. Like the entire point is to run forward, not side to side.
Yeah.
And if you
Shout
notice,
out to Nick Simmons though.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, Nick Simmons got it. And then, yeah, like, man's fast. He's
Buffalo.
got some wild chicken wings.
Yeah.
And then he's got a whole video on Suguru and Mo. One video on Mo has like almost nothing except just saying Mo hits the wall, and like literally doesn't say anything else. Like it's literally just clips dragged from the live stream. So I'm like, okay, you just wanted views. That one had more dislikes than likes though, so I'm proud of this community. And then yeah, he's got a whole video on Suguru and Mo at the Chicago Marathon saying that they have too much hip swing, high knee drive, and a high butt kick.
Is that
saying
bad?
that
Is like a high knee drive bad to him?
Yeah, because it overworks your hip flexors, and a
Oh,
high
of
butt kick
course.
leads to hamstring contraction. So, okay, first of all, that's just wrong in itself, but second of all, he's analyzing the last, like, 50 meters of their damn race. They're kicking you, dipshit. And,
Oh Jesus
and the
Christ!
entire thing is, like, the one thing that he, like, reinforces every damn time is talking about running with, like, a low hip gait that is, very loose and forward-leaning, or whatever the fuck that means, and talking about having like strong hip drive and movement. So hip drive is apparently different from knee drive. Even though you use the fucking psoas for that. And so
Hip drive is good, but make sure those knees bend downwards.
yeah,
I've
exactly.
never
So,
heard of
talking
hip
about?
drive.
I think this man has
Please
no knee
link
joints.
this.
And
Please
so
link this.
yeah, 100%.
He's running with noodles.
And
His legs
so
are noodles.
and so he's talking. So he just talks about all like this leaning forward shit, and I'm like, and he clowned one of Ben's like strength and conditioning videos where he's saying like these exercises aren't going to help you. You don't want to have tense glutes or whatnot. And I'm like, dude, okay, first of all, leaning forward well, having
So
a
so
strong
don't engage your glutes. What?
I don't fucking know, dude.
What is he
You have to
talking
run
about?
free,
like-
man.
Yeah, run free. I don't fucking know.
I want him to review Timothy Chariot's form, and I also want him to review the co-op video game form.
Yeah, he's gonna play Quap and be like, "This is ideal."
You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Yeah, and so he's got So I'm like, dude, your entire thing here is that like you're tensing your stuff up by stretching and doing these strength exercises, and just talks about like just having these good biomechanics, which half of them aren't good. Like some of them are good. I'm not gonna die. Like he occasionally touches on ideally striking closer to the midfoot because forefoot does lead to Achilles issues. Like although for that he just pulled a clip of Galen Rupp talking about his Achilles issues, and I'm like, okay, well you had nothing to add.
And his Achilles issue is from his Haglund's deformity, which is his
exactly.
bone growth on his
Yeah.
heel,
I mean,
not from having too much forefoot striking. You would know that if you knew absolutely anything about this sport.
Hold on, I
Yeah.
want to want to
so
point out
his
another
entire.
video
Hold on,
he
I'm
made.
just gonna conclude. I'm just gonna conclude here, and then take it away.
I just
his-
actually, since I said that, I want to make sure that people know who didn't know about Galen Rupp's Haglins to form. I'm not clowning on you. I'm clowning on people who make videos about things when they were not sure what they're doing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like this
Yeah.
podcast when I talk about things, but I'm not sure what I'm talking about.
It's fine. The
So
entire
you're
point of
clowning
this.
yourself.
Yes.
This entire podcast is a diss track. So we got, and then, this is my conclusion, is just that like his entire thing is all about having good form, leaning forward, having trunk support, minimal lateral motion, which he also flip flops on. He talks about DeCisa having good hands far away from trunk, and then says minimal
just
lateral
about to say
motion is
that.
decent, and then having strong psoas for hip drive. I'm like, like you can kind of like get all these things, and like mentally do them. If you're sitting there fucking doing like glute bridges all fucking day long, because that's gonna promote having enough tension to like hold yourself upright, but also have the strength to not like break down later in the race to still have that good form. So like,
Yeah, you gotta have those hips forward.
I don't know. And then actually forget the conclusion. This is actually the last thing, but he has a video straight from like the Breaking 2 project about Tadese, where they're just talking about his lactic acid stuff, and
Which is actually kind of interesting.
the video is titled like Zero Lactic Acid Running Hack.
Oh.
And
What?
there's not even, there's like literally no context. I don't even think he has text on it. I don't remember. I watched this earlier today. He doesn't even have like fucking text on it. It's literally just a straight ripped clip from that, a ripped clip from a couple of his races, and that's it.
How many
that's the
how many
whole running
dislikes
hack.
does that
So
one have?
dumb.
It's 80 likes to 13 dislikes. Well,
Are you shitting me? All right,
Yeah.
everybody who's listening to this, which is all 10 of you, please go and dislike
he
that.
has 1.13k subscribers. He's
He's
got
a fucking clown.
there's a dude. Oh boy, there's a dude named Vegan Bro Science, whose
Oh,
whose
no.
entire comment is about clowning Salazar because side-to-side action is present throughout nature. Salazar fancies his knowledge higher than nature's laws. Forward and
Nice.
I also noticed Donovan
Hmm.
Bailey's head bobbing action, forward and back. It took nature to remind me of how horses' cheetahs bobs their head, and that sealed it for me. So like I think his point here is that like you should follow animals. Oh, and the reply from Muscleless Fitness himself. Yup, even fish move side to side.
Holy shit.
I'm done.
Imagine
already
being
fraud.
Why
that
is this
dumb.
guy?
I'm gonna let you guys
Why
take
is
it.
this guy so stupid?
I'm gonna let you guys take it. I'm getting dehydrated at this point just from all the fucking saliva coming out my mouth.
Drink your water, everybody. We hydro homies out here.
So, one of his videos
Holy.
is Bridget Kosgei heel strikes to lead to a world record at Chicago
God.
Marathon.
Yeah. No, my favorite part about that is that like in a video, like almost like a couple videos before that, he has a 4-foot video, and someone asked, "Can you expand on this 4-foot thing?" And he's like, "Well, I didn't want to repeat myself. I've done an earlier video on it. You can check it out. But you may be confused because my next video is about her heel striking to the thon." I'm like, bruh.
Excuse me.
Literally like a third grader made it.
I want him to make a video about heel striking and how it's good, but only have clips of people running uphill. Look at them heel strike. Running downhill, I mean. I'm stupid. Anyway.
Honestly, it was funnier when you said uphill because it's just.
Oh, that would actually be that'd be ridiculous.
Also, I want to point out that he also made a video on the Ineos 159 challenge, analyzing Eliud Kipchoge and the Alpha Fly,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it basically showed that Kipchoge is a 4-foot / mid-foot striker, whatever the hell you want to call it,
Is that it?
and
Yeah, that's
he's like breaking down like how the shoe works. I don't think the shoe necessarily works as like he's talking about. Like, there's also, what the fuck? In this video,
I'll
there's
take a look at that later.
there's also a video of like him just like testing like racing flats and whatnot, and he basically tests the 4% fly net, and it flies farther than every one of these shoes, and he's like, "Why are these shoes legal?"
You said it flies farther?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
like-
that video.
It launches farther.
Yeah, Bruce, I know you
Like-
had some shit in the Discord. Go off.
This guy's a fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah. He just bent the shoe in half, and then the plate just expanded. So, like, yeah. I don't want to get into it.
I like this edited video, Ultra Instinct Running Part 1, featuring Kipchoge, Zersine, and Joshua. Everybody knows the good old runner Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua chipped a guy.
But he's edited Elliot Kipchoge's eyes for the thumbnail.
Wait, what?
Ultra Instinct Running Part 1. Part 1, by the way.
Oh.
This has
Oh.
39 likes to 2 dislikes.
How?
Also my absolute favorite, just because I gotta shout out Athlean X is okay. First of all, if no one's watched Athlean X on this, that's listening to this, watch Athlean X. I
Cool
reference
guy.
the dude all the time. My guy's been ripped for-
Oh, okay. My bad.
Athlean
Yeah,
X is a
that's
great channel, and he's got an entire video where he's talking about how stretching is the biggest sport myth, and it's just trash. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
I just want to point out in this video is Ultra Instinct Running Part 1, where runners made running look easy. Zersine Tedesse, in this clip that he's using, looks like he's like going all out. Like, it does not look like he's going easy. I'm gonna be honest.
He's running 58:23.
Yeah, but like he looks like he's like struggling almost. So I don't know what he's talking. Like you can find better clips for that. Like get a Mo Farah clip or something, man.
Well, no, he clowns
Well,
Mo
that's how-
Farah for having for overstriding, but I don't know because he's only like 15 fucking feet from the finish line.
Yeah, but the problem is Mo Farah doesn't overstride. He just has really long legs. So you also have to take that into account, my dude.
Well, no, he says that
Oh,
it's not because
jeez.
of the really long legs. It's because he has too much forward hip swing, so his legs shoot out farther than necessary.
What is forward hip swing?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess we know nothing.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
not woke enough.
I mean, this guy's channel is called Muscle Less Fitness, and his thumbnail is a skeleton with like devil wings on it.
I want this guy's PRs immediately.
Yeah,
Immediately.
it'll clip, so I'll know
muscle-less
to cut.
fitness. Yeah, it
Muscle
was-
fitness.
yeah,
I mean, I'm
muscle-less
done with my
fitness.
spiel unless you got. Yeah, I think Bruce, you had some stuff to say, or I think you were like prepping to go in the Discord. I don't remember.
On what?
On Muscleless Fitness when Ben brought it up.
Oh, well, okay. One, all of his videos are like 2 minutes long. It's all text over video. It literally looks like a third grader is making it. Yeah, I don't know. I hate it. I hate it when people try to come in and act like they know what they're talking about
And don't.
when they clearly, like, they come in and they talk to you like an idiot, like you're an idiot, like you're trying to have like a conversation, but oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got a question for Bruce before we head off.
Let's go.
I don't know if we should ask
Oh,
guests
boy.
questions at the end of podcasts like all the other ones do.
No, we should. I feel
No,
like
I like that.
we've dragged Bruce into this a couple times, but I feel like as a guest episode, I feel like he's still got more to pull his weight. Let's go.
Of course. All right, Bruce. We haven't. By the way, listeners, I'm very sorry for Bruce's maybe questionable responses to these. We haven't prepped him on them at all. Bruce, your best race ever. Go.
Fuck. Oh, I'll say conference cross country my freshman year. I had like Chinese food probably about like, I don't know, 4 hours before, and I ran a PR by like 90 seconds.
There you go.
Jesus.
Baller.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. Next question.
What you got, Ty?
Oh, am I doing all of these?
I don't know. I was depending on you to have a second one off the cuff because I was just gonna be like, "Have you ever had a girlfriend?"
I mean, I got one, but like, I don't know if we should like share this.
I mean, we can cut out any weird ones
Just
because
throw
at this
it.
point,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
a mix
Bruce.
of shooting
Bruce,
and shit.
running crush. Go for it.
Oh.
I didn't like that noise.
Yeah.
Colleen Quigley, man. Like, I don't know what it is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man, but
Hold on.
No, we need
Well,
more
can
than
do
one
that.
question. We need more than one question.
Okay. We can
One
just
from
take
each of
pause
us.
as we-
One from
as
each
we-
of
as we
us.
think about it. All right, Spence, if you think of one, go for it. I'm going to sit here thinking.
Favorite course. Could be a road.
Ooh.
It could be a cross country circuit. It could be a track for all I care.
I'll say
Is this
I'll
limited
do
to ones
both.
that
I'll do
he's run
both.
on?
Say
I
that
would say
again.
so. I would say it's limited to ones he's run on.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So I'll do two. I'll do favorite race course and favorite training area. So favorite race course is probably Concordia, Wisconsin. It's like right off of Lake Michigan, and the whole course is just one big 8K loop. It's just really dope. And my favorite like running like trail is the Prairie Path. It's like in the west suburbs of Chicago.
Oh, we've been out there before. Have you been to like any of the parks over like in Naperville or over in that area?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. I've mostly been in the stuff like in like Wheaton, so like St. James Farm, Herrick Lake, Nelson Lake. Yeah.
Herrick Lake. I know that one.
Yeah,
I
that's like right by
swear to-
Naperville.
Yeah, that's what. After I ran the North Central 10K, this past May.
At Last Chance.
Yeah, it was the second
Nice.
last chance meet.
Yep.
It was a 2-day meet. We had a girl running the steeple and a couple girls running the 15 trying to qualify for nationals.
Nice.
And it was me, my coach now, who was my college coach, and like the girl that ran, because I think one of our girls did 15 and 5K.
Okay.
So I'm trying to remember the order. It might have been after. It might have been like after the whole meet. We stayed the night and then we woke up and they did a long run at Herrick Lake.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes from like the North Central campus. I don't know where you were in Naperville, but like from the North Central campus, it's about like 10 to 15 minutes, depending on which way you go.
10 to 15 minute run or drive?
A run.
Very
Drive,
cool.
it's like 5 minutes.
The drive was legitimately 5 minutes. We stayed like right off the interstate. I'm trying to remember what, but I mean, we're talking about training grounds here, and I remember Herrick Lake really well, and I actually really enjoyed running at Herrick Lake. I got to run 6 miles at like 8-minute pace.
Yeah, Herrick Lake's dope. All the forest reserves over there with like the crushed limestone trail, like Prairie Path literally goes all the way from it starts in Aurora and it goes all the way to Oak Park, Illinois, which is like over 50 miles. It's so nice.
Yeah, and you said St. James Farm too. That's like 2 minutes from this place.
Oh yeah, it's like across the street.
Yeah, because I think we parked at Forest Preserve West. And all you had to do was go down Herrick and go to Butterfield to make it over to like the parking areas for St. James Farm. I'm like, holy shit! And then then there's a Donata Forest Reserve that's literally right next to it that has a ton of connecting paths.
Yep. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think those paths lead out more west to like Aurora. So that's where like we would always hop on. Sometimes we would drive a little bit closer to like Herrick Lake or even to St. James Farm and just hop on to the Prairie Path there. But yeah, absolutely. I love that area. It's probably my favorite. That, and then I guess like the lakefront path in Chicago is kind of cool, but it's all like paved trail, so it's kind of rough.
Owie.
Yeah, but I mean that's kind of what you get with that whole thing.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's cool to be downtown and running, but yeah, it gets a little tough on the legs.
Oh yeah,
What's your big? Oh, okay, never mind.
No, say it.
What's your biggest non-running passion?
Ooh, good one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm trying to get this to go to 2 hours. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we have to hit that monetization.
Oh, hell yeah.
Biggest. Oof. There's a few. I
Go in. Do it all.
Yeah. I'm really big into sneakers. So like, literally like Jordans, Air Maxes,
How
all
many
that
you
kind
got?
of stuff. Way too many. Probably close to 200.
Holy hell.
Fuck.
Wait,
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
wait. Like that you currently own
Like
or like
pairs?
owned?
That I currently own.
Fuck. Okay. I guess now we gotta clarify. What's your favorite pair of shoes among those?
Among the
Can I guess?
I like-
guess?
Go ahead.
Air Max 1s.
Damn. That was actually a really good guess. I was gonna say Jordan.
I'm
Air Max
impressed.
1. That's a really good guess. I was gonna say Air Max 1s. It was either that or
what? You cut.
or a Jordan 1.
Oh,
But
there
Air
you
Max
go.
1, yeah, but Air Max 1, I actually really like Air Max 1s. Those are probably the top two.
Damn.
I just know that a lot of the people
Really
who have
fucking impressed.
100 pairs, like 200 pairs of shoes, I think most of those are usually Air Max 1s
Yeah.
because they have so many different colorways.
Wait. Actually, what we have to really ask here is if you have 200 pairs of shoes, do you have a blue and yellow Nike waffle racer?
I don't have it
God
yet.
damn it.
Damn.
Do you remember
I
this
haven't
conversation on
yet.
the podcast that we had?
I remember it.
Yeah. I
Oh,
still
look
haven't
at Bruce,
decided
a real
which
fan.
ones. I need to decide in the next day.
I was
So
gonna
I can
say,
order
weren't you
them.
gonna race? Yeah, weren't you gonna race in them?
Yeah. Well, should I?
I mean,
Yes.
probably not, but go ahead.
Honestly, even though I know like
Probably not.
Bruce is actually like a dude that listens to this shit, like it honestly makes me happy to know that he actually remembered that. I'm like, holy shit, the dude listened. We got people that care.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought it was really funny.
Damn. All right.
Those are the streaks, dude. That's the question. I don't even
Oh, never mind. Go ahead, Bowman.
know if I'm racing anymore because my bones hurt. You can't spell unattached without ache. So like, I don't know,
Nice.
man. My
That's
whole
actually
body.
really good. Damn.
I thought of that earlier while we were just talking about NCAAs.
All right.
Um,
After your 200
nice.
pairs of shoes, what else do you have 200 pairs of?
Socks. No.
No, I just meant like what? Like you said, you had a couple of non-running passions. What's the next
Oh,
one?
yeah.
It was dumb.
Okay. I'm a really big wrestling. Like I really enjoy wrestling.
like
like
wrestling in
WWE?
specific or like
Like
MMA?
WWE, like the fake shit.
Oh, sweet.
Oh hell yeah. Okay, so you basically are like a reality TV glutton.
Junkie.
Put the John Cena noise in here. Dude,
Dun,
His
dun,
name is
dun.
John Cena.
Yeah. No, yeah, I love wrestling. I started when I was really, really young, and
Oh, so you're a wrestler yourself.
yeah, absolutely.
Damn. What weight class are you?
Yeah, like
Not
super feather.
not to body shame.
Yeah, to like super featherweight.
Noise.
But yeah, big wrestling fan. Big fan. I just got back into it like
Not too long
maybe
ago.
like 4 years ago. Yeah, because it started to get bad. Man, I don't watch this shit anymore.
Can
but
you
it's
do it
actually
like
getting-
post collegiately?
I probably could. I'm not going to.
Well, I mean less about you being able to and more. I was just curious because like this is like a really bad example, but like for chess, like after middle school, like even in high school, like even if you're part of the club, it's really fucking hard to like go to tournaments and stuff. So like I was
Oh,
wondering
yeah.
if like for wrestling, because I know there's obviously college level stuff, but like post collegiately, are there like clubs where if you're like a non-elite, you can still wrestle?
Yeah. So actually, one of my friends does this. I'm like not even into that, so like it's whatever. But there's like all these like independent promotions. I know there's one here in Chicago where I live, and there's a few even more out west. It's just like wrestling schools, and they'll have like scouts for like even like slightly bigger independent promotions that will come out and like watch the shows that they put on. So it's tough. It's really tough. Like you have to be like, you just have to have everything going like your way. Like you have to be good on the mic, you're good in the ring, all that kind of stuff.
Did I ever tell you guys about my wrestling career?
Dive in.
The one that you didn't have.
No, it was 7th and 8th grade. I wrestled at 72 pounds.
Hell yeah.
And I went 18 and 0.
So
Wait, what? 18 and 0?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's because I was 72 pounds, and I was wrestling against, like, 5th graders when I was in 7th and 8th grade, so they didn't really know how to, like, move their bodies.
Oh, okay. So
I looked kind of like a spider. And then when I went to, because I went my freshman and sophomore year to one of the best wrestling schools in the country. I went to St. Ed's High School. They were like, all right, if you want to wrestle for us, you have to stay after practice and shower with the team so that we know you're not getting tapeworm. And I was like, absolutely not. I'll see you guys later. So that's how that went.
Damn.
Very cool.
I actually never knew you wrestled.
Yeah, 7th and 8th grade. I quit cross country to wrestle.
You're a dumbass.
Oh no shit! Wow.
Because my dad was like, you can't do both.
Bruce, did you go the other way then? Like quit wrestling for cross country?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. I was way better at cross country.
Well, I played soccer all 4 years, so.
Oh shit.
Of high school. I should have quit my senior year because I wasn't playing varsity. And I was probably in, at the start of what would have been the season, probably like 1730 shape. Because I soloed a time trial mile in like 440 something.
Damn.
So like, I was in pretty good shape, but I was like, I'm going to play soccer because I've been doing it my whole life and I might as well finish it out now. And that was like the worst decision because then I got injured.
Owie.
Thank you, Tyler. Very cool.
I mean, well, yeah.
Oh, that was interesting.
We got 2 wrestlers up in here.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, if you can count wrestling when I was half of the weight that I am now.
Yeah.
Well, less than half.
What about like UFC MMA? Do you guys have any interest in that? Like as an extension of being wrestlers?
No.
Yeah, not really. I'll watch it sometimes. I'll watch like the highlights because that's literally probably the best part.
I mean, you gotta remember, for me, this was in like 2007, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
I got nothing. I don't even remember how to like single leg. Well, I remember only how to single leg takedown, and that's it. I think that's all you need, right, Bruce?
Yeah.
The big keys. Spence, you got anything?
No, outside of the typical closing remarks. Anything you guys are looking forward to?
NCAA cross, dude.
Yeah, let's head it.
Anything running wise?
I'm gonna try and bust out some Ks before the end of the week.
Maybe I'll race next week. We'll have to record after Thanksgiving. How does that sound?
I figure we could do a pre and post Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Because I feel like at least the chances are slim that people are gonna be free. I mean, I'll be free because my family doesn't really celebrate it, but just if in case we want to have another guest too, potentially. So.
Yeah, short pre. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Solid. Well, Bruce, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
What you got? Wait, he hasn't said what he's looking forward to yet.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to resting and hopefully having not a swollen ankle anymore. I mean, I have one cankle. It's literally a cankle. I have a cankle on one leg, and then the other one is super skinny. So I'm looking forward to that going away.
Oh, Bruce. So, all right. So you have a bunch of Air Max 1s, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever wear one shoe different than the other?
Oh, you like one colorway on one foot, the other on the other?
Yeah.
So I don't do that with Air Max 1s.
You do that with Jordans, though.
Jordan 1s.
Of course.
Yep. Typical.
Yeah, I think this is the turning point in us making Bruce the Boomer a meme, and now he's just like
He's a Zoomer.
millennial. He's a millennial with the trust fund.
He's a Zoomer now. Well, he gets that sweet Nike deal. That's why he works there.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, when you get stuff for $50 and sometimes even cheaper, it's like
That helps
so easy.
a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
And you get the first pick when they come in, don't you?
Sometimes.
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 Perfect segue for the outro. With that being said, thanks again so much for listening. This has been episode 5 of the Unattached podcast. My name is Spencer Mahon.
My name's Shreyas.
I'm Tyler Bowman.
And I'm Bruce.
And we'll talk to you guys in the next mile. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, now get the fuck out of here, Craig.
Dun, 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 dun.